Hi there. You ever stop and think about how many people are online right now? At this very second? Like really, think about it. The internet has over 5 billion users. 5 billion people scrolling, clicking, downloading, or even watching strange YouTube videos. Steam alone has about 30 million players logged in at any given moment. And then there is Garry's Mod, still pulling in tens of thousands of players daily, nearly 2 decades after release. G was like the wild west of source engine games. A game with no rules, no structure, just blank slate and million possibilities. Mods, maps, game modes, wherever you want, is there. And with that kind of freedom, you get some weird, wonderful, and sometimes darker things lurking beneath the surface. And most of them are innocent. Prop hunt, travel on terrorist town, role-playing servers, but dig deep enough and you'll find mods that feel a little bit different. Not just dark, not just creepy, but unsettling in a way that sticks with you. Mods that people don't just uninstall, they warn others to stay away from. And that's where we get to the legend of the GMan virus. A supposed piece of malicious code that infected players, broke their games, messed with their PCs, and maybe, just maybe, it wasn't just a virus. Like all good internet mysteries, no one knows exactly where the GMan virus came from. Some claim it started as an infected add-on, spreading through Garry's Mod workshop like a digital plague. Others say it was tied to a specific server, making it impossible to verify. The first major reports came during Garry's Mod 10. Players claimed they had downloaded what seemed like a regular add-on, only for their game to start behaving strangely. Their screens would flicker, then the GMan's face model would appear on the screen for no reason. Sound files would distort, turning dialogue into incomprehensible murmurs. And then came the real horror. Once your game was infected, you were stuck. It didn't just mess with Garry's Mod, it hijacked your entire system. With the most infamous symptom, the skin flap texture. If you don't know what that is, it's a horrifying image from Half-Life 2. A stretched out, nightmarish version of G-Man's face, smeared all across your screen. Normally it's hidden deep in the game files, but the G-Man virus, it forced that image onto your screen, both sides unavoidable. It would keep playing, no matter what. Alt F4 didn't work and Ctrl Alt Delete, no response. And then came the messages. Mocking text burned into the screen, stuff like you're in the pits of hell now, and some other messages. Then things got worse. After a few minutes of suffering through the screeching and the flickering G-Man nightmare, the game would suddenly close. And it wasn't just a jump scare anymore. The virus redirected players to sketchy sites, malware-ridden pages, and worse. And some claimed their webcams flickered on for a split second. Most terrifyingly, there were reports of players getting their accounts stolen, passwords reset, emails compromised. It had moved beyond Garry's Mod. At that point, it wasn't just a mod. It was a full-blown computer infection. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding the GMan virus is how it spread. Unlike typical viruses, it didn't seem to have a clear source. Some victims swore they got it from a random server, others blamed the workshop downloads, a few even claimed it happened just by playing single player. And there's one particularly creepy case involved a player who said he installed no mods whatsoever. And yet, after playing Gmod for a few hours, his screen flickered and he was hit with the skin flap image. And he claimed that he wasn't even online at the time. The lack of a clear origin only made it worse. So what was it? A virus? A hoax? Or something else? Skeptics believe that GMan virus was nothing more than a hoax. Maybe an elaborate prank, some creepy server-side mod designed to scare players. Some even argue that it was just a chain of unrelated bugs, coincidence, and internet hysteria fueling the myth. But then, you have the other theories. Some think it was an actual virus, cleverly disguised as a Garry's Mod add-on. A Trojan hidden within the innocent workshop files, planted by some malicious actor just to mess with people. And then, the strangest theory of them all, that it wasn't just a virus, that it was something more. Some believe that GMan virus was never just a code, it was something else entirely. An anomaly, a digital ghost story brought to life. They point to the bizarre behavior, the way it seemed to evolve, and how it didn't always act the same way for different players. And there is one guy claimed that he deleted every single trace of Garry's Mod from his PC, wiped his hard drive, reinstalled Windows, and when he reinstalled Garry's Mod months later, it happened again. And it makes you wonder. If the GMan virus ever existed, it's long gone now. Garry's Mod has been through countless updates. Steam security is tighter than ever, whatever it was, prank or virus or worse, it's been wiped from existence. At least, that's what they say. But sometimes, weird things still happen in Garry's Mod. And every now and then you'll hear of someone, just one person, who says they put it up Garry's Mod, joined a game, and saw something they shouldn't have. So if you ever see a strange server, a weird add-on, or something that just doesn't feel right, maybe don't click it. Because once you let the GMan virus in, you might never get rid of it. In the end, was the GMan virus really a thing? Maybe, maybe not. But here's the thing about internet myths. Sometimes they start as stories, just rumors, jokes, urban legends, and sometimes they become something more. And if you ever encounter something off in Gmod, let us know about it. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you. Until next time.